Hi there, I'm Laura from Linguist, and I feel that the spelling of some words keep confusing us. It doesn't matter how many times we've seen or written the word, because we always feel confused when it comes to their spelling. And the thing is that spelling mistakes can be more or less serious depending on the situation. They can range from a minor typo in an email to a failed exam. And this is an area in which native speakers can make lots of mistakes too. Why? Because English is not a phonetic language, which means that what we write doesn't usually match what we say. So the word tough should be spelled tough, right? Okay. The word Q should be spelled something like that. Q. And the word science, then it should look like science. Yeah. Let's check. Okay, spelling of the word tough. What? Spelling of the word Q. Spelling of the word science. This is crazy. In this lesson, I'm going to share with you 3 simple techniques that I personally apply all the time, which will definitely help you improve your spelling in English. Very effective ones. But before we do so, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss any of our lessons from this YouTube English course. My first technique is a very logical one. Identify your commonly misspelled words. That means you must be aware of the words you usually spell wrong and write them down on a list that says commonly misspelled words. For example, I usually get confused with the spelling of these words: emphasize, fulfill, and duvet. With emphasize, I get mixed up with the position of the letters S and Z. I always mix them up. With fulfill, I never know if I have to use a double L in the middle, at the end, both, none. And with duvet, I sometimes write I instead of T. So I wrote these words on my commonly misspelled word list. And not only once, because actually it's a lot better if you write the word a few times, focusing on their spelling. This might seem a dull school technique, but believe me, it's really effective, because that way, every time you have to write one of these words, you'll be more attentive and focused on their spelling. 2. Once that you're already aware of the words you commonly misspell, then it's time to develop some mnemonic techniques. These are ways to help you remember information, such as the name of a new colleague or how to spell some difficult words. Coming back to my list of commonly misspelled words, my mnemonic techniques are: for emphasize, remember I get confused with the position of S and Z. I think of the word size, which is included. Size has the S in the first position and the Z in the second. That way, I never get confused again. Problem solved. For fulfill, I get mixed up because the word full has a double L and the word fill has a double L too. Okay, my mnemonic technique is: Laura, when they are separated, they have double L. But when they are together, they have only one. One in the middle, one at the end. Done. And for duvet, my mnemonic technique is to associate this word to other words that have a similar pattern, like ballet or bidet, and remember that all of them are written with a T. Easy! So once that you've identified your spelling mistakes, it's time to come up with a strategy that will help you remember the right spelling. Mnemonic techniques. And when you can't come up with any technique that will help you remember, then it's time to apply my third and final technique, which is, by the way, my favorite. Use your own language to remember the spelling of a word. Every time I learn a word that is difficult for me, I do something which is quite funny but really effective. I look at the word and I say out loud its pronunciation and its spelling in my own language, the way I would say it if it was in my own language. For example, when I learned this word, I said naughty, 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 naughty. I usually do this about 3 times, and this technique of using your own language to remember the spelling of a word will really help you remember the right spelling and also the right pronunciation. So try it out and let me know in the comments below. So remember the 3 very simple strategies that I'm sharing with you today to improve your spelling in English. Be aware of your commonly misspelled words. Try to create some mnemonic techniques, and sometimes you can use your language to remember the right spelling of those words. I hope that you got some handy tips out of this lesson so that you can eliminate as many spelling mistakes as possible. That way, next time you can focus on writing great texts with fantastic ideas rather than being stressed about whether a word is being spelled correctly or not. And spelling or not, if you would like to continue improving your English, I invite you to join my conversation class at talksmate.com, where you can practice your English with me and English speakers from all over the world. I've left the link for you in the description box. Go and have a look. And of course, don't forget to follow us on social media, where you can find more live lessons, mini lessons, games, and much more. If you enjoyed this lesson, like it and share it with anybody who may find it useful. You can find more learning tips like the ones today by subscribing to this channel and checking videos like these ones. How to become more fluent in English and how to understand native speakers. Not an easy task. Thanks for being with me today, and practice this, enjoy it and share it.